guys, back with a review. I need to stop talking like that, I suppose. It's 2019 now, Michael. We need a new channel, so here we are. Anyway guys, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is, basically, as I told you in the update, I treated myself this year and I bought myself a couple of interesting kits, and this was the first one I got. This is CopperState models, brand new, Nieuport 17 early. So of course there's two kits you get. This is the early and obviously the late. The difference between the two is obviously the camouflage patterns, and also there's different in the cockpit areas above here, and obviously the top wing here, and obviously the machine gun is not fitted through the cowling spinning prop, whichever, and it's only got a forward fitted gun on the top, just like the Nieuport 11 its predecessor did. Anyway, the kit number is CSM32001 there, or 001 if you want to be on it. It's 1/32 scale, so this is the type, obviously the same scale as the Wing That Wings kits, which obviously I am very excited for as well, because that's what it's all about this new year. Anyhow, very nice kit. Obviously you get names in English, French, German and Spanish. Obviously produced in Latvia, in Riga, the capital. And I don't know where it's a bit blurred on there, but you do get 4 mocking options on there. Same camo pattern, except it's got different icons and stuff on the front there. And I have to say, very beautiful box art. It looks like it's made by Adam 2B, but you never know. Very interesting. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get the box open. So it's a bit like the ICM kits that you see. It's obviously a main box, and there we are. It's got a nice printed image on the front. Opens up like that. So this is obviously, I've had a look inside this kit, I will admit, when I brought it from eModels. I did have a look inside the kit, and I have to say, impressed with what I've seen, but everything's still sealed in the bag, so we haven't got anything out the bags yet, which is very weird for me. Anyway, so the instructions are very nice, so I will not show that. That is the receipt I've left in there, so I picked that up and some putty. But from what I can tell, guys, it's very unique. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sprues, a little bit of photo etch I've noticed, some clear acetate, and decals, obviously. Okay, right. I just need to check whether you're still running, because this does play up. Yes, you are. Right. Okay, so we're going to look at the instructions. I have to say, guys, a bit like the Wing That Wings kits I've noticed in these ones. Basically, as I say, if you put a lot of detail into the instructions, you know they put a lot of detail into the kit, guys. It's blown away by it. Anyway, nice instruction booklet. It does look like a Nieuport actual instructions of how to fly it and all that, so that's very clever. Copyright 2018. Obviously the first page is full of your, I don't know, it's a blurb, no it's not a blurb, it's a introduction of the aircraft and the background history of the aircraft. Obviously if you want to pause it and read that, by all means go ahead, but it's going to take a while for me to read it through. So obviously you start off with our part callouts, obviously 5 sprues, piece of photo etch, acetate film and decals. Now here we have the colour callouts, colour numbers, whichever you want to call it, and obviously our do's and don'ts of what part numbers just help you go, cut, drill, option or tension, it says there. Now I will state one thing, obviously this is not being hypocritical when I say it, but the instructions, I'm just going to move this across the light here. The instructions obviously are given the names of the, if you're struggling, if you're new to the hobby and don't know what paints to get, then you might have to do some research, which I did. Now the colours obviously are listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 onwards till 23. Obviously you've got the names but not any company colours, so you may have to have a look into which colours are which, but most of them are pretty easy anyway. Anyway, start off with the cockpit. Now we start off with the two sides here. I think actually is it two sides or one side? No, start off with one side. So already you know how much detail is going to be in this kit if we get a what's that called? A Jaeger technometer. No idea what that is. As well as your oil pump and your magneto already there. So there's a lot of detail going into this kit already without us even doing the first part. And obviously you have to do your bracing wires across the front here. Then you got your main bulkhead at the back here, obviously giving you an option of where you want to colour or paint it in silver, or aluminium, or in the French blue. There. Same again, we've got some more control surfaces going on down here. Is this the, what is it, assembly, it's also upside down in a minute, so I need a camera that can read better. Anyway, this going on. This is obviously the main part of the control surfaces going on down here. Valve things you do have to drill some parts out in order it to be fixed into place. And obviously you've got some more pipelines that are leading through to the aircraft. Now of course on the front here you do have your fuel tank being fitted into the front. Obviously 2 plates, and it is painted in a rust colour by the looks of it. I don't know where you heard that, but oh well. Anyway, going on to the back here, that's all fitted in. It's a lot like the Wing kits you see. Basically, they've kind of taken that idea of the instructions because it's so simple. Right now, so we have the rudder pedal get fitted in onto the bottom here, along with the plates on the bottom. So you do have to have this it's called cotton cables. No, control cable, sorry. I'm thinking about cotton wire, but no. EZ line would be best for that. Obviously that all goes into place down the bottom here, and obviously your wood grain effects going on to the bottom there starting to take shape. That's fitted into there, and then the side here, I do like this piece because it gives you the parts to glue together, and then another piece here to show you what colours every single piece is supposed to be in. So it looks like you've got a lot of copper, bronze, some silver and some blue being fitted in. We've got the control surfaces here on the yoke stick, on the control stick here. Even that has to be wired up, and as well as these 2 poles that leads up to the top ailerons on the wings. That's fitted into a jig, by the looks of it. Well, not a jig, but a holder. It's glued into there, and some other bits going into there, by the looks of it. A lot going on, guys. Even just on page 8, we've got a lot going on. Now we have the seat harness going on in here, well, the seat and the harnesses, I should say. Then being fitted on in one piece. That's all slotted in together, followed by some last little rigging techniques to make that be part of that. What's this bit? Okay, so we've got some more framework going to the back here, some parts at the back, some bulkheads, more bulkheads, well, some rear cladding at the back. And then that's basically all left to do is just put some of the rigging on and make sure you get all your colours correctly before completing the cockpit. So page 10, and that's most of the interior done. Wow, a lot. But then it does stop there, guys, because we've got the 2 fuselage sides and we have the tail skid fitted into these 2. And obviously when that goes together you have to put some rigging outside. Then top that off, you do have to have the skid comes in 4 pieces, so you glue that together, and obviously that's what it looks like when you're done. Then you put the back of the spine of the aircraft back on, and obviously the stress skin over the top. Going on to the wings, we have the bottom wing being fitted onto here, telling you obviously what colours need painting which, obviously. Then obviously make sure everything's being fitted together. Obviously attention, watch this back line here. The rear control surfaces going on, and obviously telling you how to wire it up and such down here. Obviously the pivots at the bottom and so. Then we've got some more rigging by the looks of it to go onto here. Now I think this is where the options come in, because obviously there's different versions you can make within this kit. So obviously you do have different panels for the front of the aircraft, as well as some different rigging and the windscreen, and even a synchronized machine gun that could fire through depending on which option of the kit you want. So there's two options here. So very nice, gives you a lot of options. And the top wing being fitted onto the bracing, by the looks of it, to the struts, making sure you obviously are taking care of what pieces go where, and obviously the rigging as well. It's very nice. I do like that, how they're helpful with. They're even helpful with the kit saying do this now. You'll worry about the rigging later. Very nice. The bottom. Ignore that. The bottom legs going on to the bottom here, followed by your wheels. Obviously that comes in two pieces, fitted onto the bottom, and very important, your rigging taking place. Now last but not least, of course, mainly the engine being fitted on. Hopefully it's the last. I think there's another page yet. The engine, very simple, being fitted on. Obviously you need to use some wires to make that look better. That being fitted on. Obviously your engine cowling fitted onto there, as well as your two control surfaces to the cockpit, what I was saying about earlier. Last but not least, we have the top machine gun being fitted on depending on which kit you're doing, and then very last the prop being going on, and same again depending on what kit you're doing or version, the nose cone being fitted onto the front there. That is the aircraft done. So it looks a simple but yet a very complex build, which is very nice. Okay, so we do, like I said, do have 4 marking options. Now, CopperState models have, basically this page here, have said that all the Nieuports that you get in the scheme are the exact same camouflage scheme. So obviously you got your light blue undertones followed by your brown and your light green fitted onto there. And also very nice, you've got some 2 parts here. They go onto the prop, as well as the prop and the struts going onto here for Nieuport, as well as the prop maker's design. Obviously your decal call-outs going onto the bottom here, and that lot. Okay, so the first scheme is this. So well, I may have to turn this around, guys, so I can see what I'm reading. This one is flown by Jean Georges Furhand Matten. I hope I've spelt your name right. Sorry about that. Obviously, this is obviously the one. Obviously, you can tell what schemes there is. Now, obviously, this one is the cockpit on the side as well as the top here. So it doesn't show the other side because obviously this will be the same, vice versa. But obviously, you can use that as a reference point. The only problem is, obviously, there's only one side of this. The other side is exactly the same, but is shown there. So it's the exact same, so don't worry about it, guys, too much. So there's that one. That's scheme 1. Scheme 2, I think I might go for this one. This is flown by René Dorm, and obviously it's got a stalk on the side, obviously in the main box art colour as well. The third, this is flown by Emile Louis Albert Ponnier. I think that's correct. Obviously, French names I do get confused about. Obviously has a nice flag and a nice star fitted onto the side. And this is the one that has the forward machine gun firing through, obviously like I said earlier, showed. And then your last but not least one is this one, flown by Jean Atom Louis Guy Gort. It's really difficult reading this upside down, guys, please understand. And this is the one that has the nose cone on the front and of course the red star on the side. It's not Russian, it's a red star. And that is that. And so if they like to say thank you for all these people, that's really nice. And obviously CopperState models on the back and obviously the website there. Wow. Whew. That is a lot of talking going on there, guys. Right, here we go, guys. Right, we'll start off with the decals. Let's see how they turn out. Right, okay, so it's nice resealable bags, very nice, and there's nothing else to scratch them inside. Okay, so first glance, decals. I will admit, guys, they do look a tiny bit thick, and it's printed by. Oh, actually, it says on the bottom here, printed by Cartograph Design by MelilusManu.com. That's very nice, and also obviously you got your different variants like they normally do. Now, what CopperState model have nicely done as well, they've actually given you these digits here. I think one of the aircraft inside was not found with serial number, they couldn't find it out, so they gave you a list of numbers of which ones could possibly be his, and that's your range to choose from. That's very nice of them to do that, so if you want to make your own, by all means, plan ahead. Okay, so decal's very nice and glossy, so a nice gloss coat would, excuse me, a gloss coat would sit that down to the ground, as they say. Right, I'm just going to put these in the bag so they don't get damaged, so please bear with me. Obviously, we all know what modelers get up to. No ideas there. Okay, so I'm not getting outside the bag, but we've got some carrier films here. Now, CopperState model have actually done some very nice things. It says here, obviously, you can't just see it. I don't know if I can see it on the sun, the light here, but you have 3 window frames here. And obviously it has one for the number and the instructions. Then we have spare and spare. So if the carpet monster has it, you've got another spare. And then we got here the top wing surface, which says 2, 3 and 4 on the top there. So that is how very interesting it can get. And of course the photo etch, there's not much photo etch to tell the truth, guys. There's just the seat harness and as well as some plate that goes around the windscreen, and that is it. That is the only photo etch you need. So if the rest is plastic, then I dread to think what detail we're looking for now. Okay, I'm going to go for the main sprue, which is on the top of the bag here. Okay, which is sprue, it doesn't say, it's just numbered. Oh, sprue B, here we are. So this is sprue B. I'm very looking forward to get this guy's open, because look, it's still sealed, but be able to see what's in the bag. Come here. Okay. Right, so this is the first time we get out of the bag, as I've just said. Now, the detail is something you would find identical to a winglet wings kit. Obviously, I keep going on about it, but wow, I'm blown away. The stitching, obviously, including the work here, obviously in the bulkhead here, and obviously your ailerons here, you can feel the stitching that sticks through, which obviously it's meant to. And obviously you've got some panels. These are for some variant here, as well as your prop. Oh, okay, so there is one tiny little bit broken just on the bottom here. It looks like that pipeline was saying earlier about, but that can be easily fixed while on the sprue. So I don't know if you can see. Obviously, if I bring this in to here and refocus you, is that refocused? I hope so anyway. But as you can tell, the detail, hold on, I'm going to try something else here. Apologies. Okay, so as you can see, the detail across the wing surfaces, especially on this stitching just here. Yeah, on the stitching across here, there is a amount of very nice touches going on. And also on the fuselage parts here, you do actually get some stitching across here. So it's all very nice. It's kind of difficult for me to show you what's actually going on, but yeah, the parts are really, wow, blown away. Even the seat actually has some nice detailed fabric holes in them, which makes it really the part. Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, because this is such, well, got some nice little small pieces on. I'm going to put it back into the bag and leave that there. Okay, so this is the next one we have. This is obviously the main spars. This is sprue C. That didn't go through. Okay. That's that. Alright, so then. Okay, so got the main bottom wing spar being fitted on, the two main wings, one of the columns, the fuselage part at the top here, and obviously your engine cowling. Very nice. Now, no flash at all whatsoever, but there is just a tiny little bit on this engine cowling that may need just to be trimmed down a bit. Apart from that, it looks, wow guys, very nice. I don't know if you can see the light there. I'm going to try and bring you in again. See if that works, and I don't see how, but there is a load of, once again, the stitching is actually showing through yet again, which is really nice. And of course, that's obviously the main belly, so it gives it a whole one piece. That gives it more support, I guess, on top there. But yes, very, very proud of that, guys. Wow. So you can see in the light there all the parts. But yes, I'm happy with that. Very nice. I know I'm rambling on here. Okay, so this is the other sprue. This is the main engine assembly. Now, I've noticed they've actually made a hole through here for this engine, or the cylinders. This is the piece that the actual prop goes onto. They've actually made a hole for that to stick through. So obviously no damage is to be made. So that's very nice as well. Anyway, I don't know what these parts are at the top here for. I do not know. But they're all numbered, so there's a lot of number 7s going on here. Don't know if it's for the engine itself or not. Oh right, okay, so that's interesting. So obviously the cylinders are in two pieces. Just see if you get this on camera. Yep, the cylinders are in two pieces, nicely detailed as well. That'll look nice with a wash. But here we have obviously the main is it accumulator? No, it's not. You got that, and then you got the exhaust fittings going onto here, as well as the not spark plugs, are they? Oh, I've forgotten the names of them now. But anyway, it's all moulded in one piece, so that may be very delicate to actually get out of the sprue holder. But it looks like it will be done very nicely. Simple yet effective little engine sat there like so. Right, I'll put this in the bag again. Same again, it fits into a hole just at the back here, like so. And that just simply sits in there. Okay, so this is sprue D. Here we are. So let's cut this one open. Alright, so this is something, I think this one you don't get in the late variant of the Nieuports. So this is the main sprue for the early, and obviously you've got your control surfaces on the side here. Again, nice stitchings on the end here. Your main, I forgot its name now, bulkhead's been fitted into there. And obviously this is the other part for that variants where the machine gun sticks through. And of course you got your main machine gun fitting just there, as well as the loading system side here, your front windscreen panel, your gun holder, your fuel tank, and of course the dome nose piece at the front here. All very nice moulded, guys. It's just such a shame that all this detail would be sadly disappearing once the kit is done. But wow, I'm astonished by the detail. Okay, put this in the bag and we come up to the last sprue. I need to put this in the bag. How did it go back in, Michael? Yes, that's the way. Oh, come on, get in there. Oh, I'll have to do for now. I'll sort that out after the camera. And last but not least, I'm guessing this is sprue A, which it is, which by the looks of things has most of the medium-sized pieces on. And obviously very delicately remove it from the bag, obviously. He says as he snaps something, which he didn't. Now, having a look at this kit, you obviously, once again, you got your tail finger on there and your elevators. The elevators are moulded in one piece. I'm not too fussed about that, but I know some of you may be. And I'm just having a look through. Now, I believe from... Oh, actually, that's no nice. Okay, so what it's done... obviously it's the main sprue. So this, you get the both the late and the early stuff being fitted on, obviously. Now, this cowling you don't use in this kit because this is the cowling that has the main machine gun fitted through, which is just there in two pieces. It's very nicely detailed, so it would be such a shame to leave it out, I'm afraid. But then again, that's it. If you want to build the late variant, have the machine gun through the cowling as well as on top. Now we do have this spine piece at the back here, very nicely moulded. It's got the tabs on, so you will have to be careful when cutting the stuff out. Another bulkhead piece going onto there. Your back, oh actually, oh that's a shame, that would be so nice. In the back here, obviously this is the main rear fuselage part. There's even CopperState model. You can actually feel and as well as see the obviously the bits of the framework going on, stitching through the fabric. That is really nice. I'm actually mumbling here, guys, but anyhow, they've even gone to the habit of actually putting in the inside here some actual stitching being focused. Wow. And obviously the skids going through here, and then that's pretty much it. There's all these tiny little pieces going on, guys. Obviously your main struts being fitted in. Wow, it's going to be a complex little build. Just see if you are. Yeah, it's going to be a main complex little build. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. I'm just going to see. Here's the test. You can see all that little detail being filled in, like so. All very nice, nicely done. Very, very impressed, guys. Very impressed indeed. Well, that's a review of the brand new. Oh, bit of a shot there. There we are. Okay, so as I was saying, that is a brand new review of CopperState models Nieuport 17. Obviously this is the early guys. I don't know whether there is a review of the later version out there, but obviously that's that. I have to say, guys, this looks pretty much, they've done, I'm not being funny when I say this, but it looks so much like a Wing That Wings kit. And I have to say, guys, blown away by the level of detail, because this is my first as they put state-of-the-art range First World War aircraft model. So I've heard good reviews of the Lanchester or Lancia, whichever it was, they made in 1/35th scale. So if you're the case, if you're a CopperState models fan, I would say I'd highly recommend this kit. As well as if you like your Wing That Wings kits, like I know many of you do, I'd say bite the bullet and go for this kit, because by what I've seen, it looks fantastic. I really do want to actually start this right away, because just by the level of detail and the beautiful kit of it. And plus I need an easy build to relax my mojo mind. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling on. This is Obviously Monarch 633's review of the brand new Nieuport 17 from CopperState models, as I've said, and obviously the title. Rambling again, I'm just going to end the video now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Happy modelling. Take care. Hope you all had a very nice New Year and Christmas. Obviously, date of this uploading just after January 2019. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Happy modelling. Take care, and I shall see you all in the next video.